Learning styles is a way of describing how people process information in order to get things they need to do something that's important to them. For example, if you buy a new product and that product is sufficiently complicated that it needs an owner's manual or a user's guide, you are going to be interested to some degree in understanding the product through the user's guide. The challenge of using resources to learn things that are important to us is that we all process those resources differently. This way of processing something we want or need to learn is a concept called learning styles. From our perspective in our business, learning styles washes across almost every piece of the relationship model. Learning styles is important when we are in the initial stages or inviting a relationship, because after having done the initial introductions, we will start to try to find out some of the things that customer or client wants to do. We're engaged in learning, so our style of learning will be engaged as well. They are engaged in learning, for example, what we can do for them, what we can provide for them, and that is something that will be affected not by our learning style but by theirs. Learning styles affect building relationships, managing them, repairing them, and leverage them. So this becomes a very important skill. The foundations of learning styles go back some time. But basically what has been uncovered, and you can read the historical background in the PDF attached to this particular course, is an understanding that there are 4 primary learning styles. They are represented by the acronym VARK, V-A-R-K, which represents the first letter of each style. The styles are visual, auditory, reading assisted, and kinesthetic. Visual learners learn by processing visual data. Auditory learners by processing sounds, including sounds they make to themselves by reading out loud. Reading assisted learners are in many ways like visual learners in that they need visual data, but they prefer words and text over graphs and pictures and models. Kinesthesia is the idea of movement. Therefore, kinesthetic learners process through movement, preferably by doing things. They like to get their hands on things and try them out. Kinesthetic learners can be very difficult to deal with when we're dealing with non-tangible products like the kind we offer. But there are still some ways to deal with them. In the next clips, we'll look at specifically, in detail, what each of these learning styles is and how you can work with it to be more effective in building relationships with your customers and clients.